Angus Gordon, I'm 22 and I'm from Brisbane. I guess the best way to describe my comedy is I sort of tell jokes and then mumble about social justice. I think I got a review that called me bewildering and said that I do bleak anti-humour. Yeah, I feel excited. I also feel like I really need to pee. I think I've peed like 5 times already. I've drunk too much water because I was anxious. Yeah, it's just gonna be me desperately running back and forward and hoping that I don't have to pee when I'm actually on the stage.
And now, welcome to the stage a man who at 22 is a once aspiring cricketer and Marxist revolutionary. He's from Queensland, he's Angus Gordon.
Hey. I saw a sign on the bus the other day that said, SEDEP, sudden, unexpected death during epilepsy paralysis. Know the symptoms? And I looked it up and it turns out sudden, unexpected death is often the first symptom. So I don't know, I guess know the symptoms, just live in terror. I don't feel I'm doing that well in my life at the moment. I feel a little bit like a bird that hasn't left the nest, in the sense that I still live with my parents and my mum partially digests all my food for me. I remember when I was a kid, if I was being naughty, my mum would hit me over the head with a wooden spoon, and I'd say, oh, I just don't think you should be punishing me with a symbol of your own oppression. And she'd say, stop being so second wave. You obviously have a limited grasp of semiotics. So she got me there. Well played, Mum. I'm actually one of Brisbane's most promising white, heterosexual, male, middle-class comedians. So if comedy doesn't work out, I'm sure something else will. That's the nature of privilege, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be fine. I live next to this large park, kind of park where they have grand weddings, where they'll throw rice and release doves, but like a lot of doves, like 200 doves. So now the park's just infested with doves. So I don't know if you know this or not, but now in Queensland when you get divorced, you're legally required to release 3 cats. I've got a really sweet dad. Christmas 2003, he came into my room dressed as Santa. And I said, Dad, how'd you get in here? And he said, ho, 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 through the chimney, of course. And I said, no, seriously, Dad, how did you get in here? Mum has custody of me today. I'm lucky though, I got a good education. I went to one of these new independent public high schools, these public-private collaborations that Christopher Pine's a big fan of. My high school was sponsored by Coles. We studied Australian history, but we mainly focused on the low price wars of 2011. I think you'll remember in the beginning, prices were down and they're staying down for good. But I do think parents really worry about how the experiences of childhood will go on to shape the course of their children's adult lives, whether it be the schools that they go to or the people they meet or even the toys that they play with. Because I remember as a kid I was obsessed with this toy lawnmower, and then for a while I went on to work as a labourer for a landscaping company, and on my first day there my uncle worked there as well. He got me the job. He said, you're living the dream. And I was living the dream because like a dream, it required no conscious thought. It was just pushing a lawnmower, it was pretty easy. My friend Bill though, his parents were quite poor. They couldn't afford to buy him a lot of toys, but he didn't let that stop him. He was so clever and creative. He loved playing in cardboard boxes and pretending they were spaceships, and he was exploring the frontiers of the galaxy and human knowledge. And then he grew up to work in a cardboard box factory. Because sometimes imagination isn't enough to permeate class barriers. I'm aware that might not be a particularly viable punchline, but then neither is manufacturing in this country. Thank you. I had nothing to do with that. My sister, though, she's so aspirational for her son. Like, she won't let him go out and play until he's practiced his times tables and done a long-term feasibility study into moving the blocks from the sandpit to the Lego Kingdom. And I said, Sam, that's my nephew's name, Sam. I said, Sam, do you even enjoy playing anymore? And he said, not in this economy. Thanks, I've been Angus Gordon. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Angus Gordon.